Those who know me, you know that I say what I feel. And those who hate me always hate me for the truth. Those who love me and believe in me because of the truth. And I'm going to start with this. And I'm going to show it to you. When you say that MC cuts fear HIV shocker, what is the shock? Is this the first time that you've heard that somebody has HIV? What is the shock for the media? When you say that celebrity MC stars panic, what is the panic? What are you panicking about? What are you panicking about after 3 decades of this epidemic in Uganda? I'm going to say this. I think the panic is because of ignorance. I think this is a very ignorant reporter, and I do not care who they are. I do not even care. I cannot even care. But the media needs to know that much as you are a powerful community, we are powerful. We are powerful because we took a bold step. We are powerful because we stand up to be counted. And we are powerful because we have confronted stigma. We have confronted this bull by its horns. And I am going to use not very nice words. Shame upon you. Shame upon you that after over 30 years of this pandemic, you can report so irresponsibly. Shame upon you that you can fight young people like this. Look at their picture. I am also taking on something that I fought so hard for, where my passion is. The fact that this epidemic is about women and young women. The statistics are clear, and I want to believe that a good media person does their research before they write. And they know that this epidemic is about women, that it has a gender connotation, that it affects women's livelihoods, that it's about the power dynamics around sexual reproductive lives. And you know that this young man and his partner have been generating their livelihood through music. Well, you have killed their career. You have killed her career, if that's what this journalist wanted. You want this young woman to go without food.
A young woman born and living with HIV. I'm an activist. Actually, if you've been seeing me around here, Nino Busungu, Bunji, because of what has been happening. And someone is telling us that a lot has been done, has been achieved. Oh my Jesus. You people, we have done a lot, but you're showing us that you're not progressing. If you can still stand out and bring such information to the public, it is really torturing us. I personally, however much I'm a strong activist, it is letting me go down because of that. Another point is, actually, nyongereza kuyeba soso okwogera lwakuba nina obusungu bungi mujja kunsonyiwa. But the truth is, if you can give in a full page and start bringing out such information, what are we on? What are we doing? That shows us the gap and the ignorance you people have. We come to you and you do not give us space, and you're giving in space for shit to bring it out. You bring in nothing, and we are here, and you're telling us to get herbs. Herbs for what? To give you information. We are ready, but you're not using us. Otherwise, you're condemning people who have come out loud to help us fight the tide of HIV and AIDS in the country. But then you're still using them because he or she is a public figure. So what? Do you want us to first murder our faces and we come out loud because of our faces? But let's stigma end and stop condemning people living with HIV. Thank you.
You know, when we come out as young people to talk about this problem that we have in the country, some of you start finger pointing at us, start of, you know, condemning, bringing this and that and that. Why would you want us to inform the public, apart from the media? The information you people lack is the information you're covering. If you get this information from us who have dealt with the disease, who have dealt with the stigma and discrimination, I believe you guys would not be treating us the same way. No, please. No. When I disclosed in 2012, everyone came out. It was only one media person who stood with me. Raphael Okello stood with me all the way. He wrote my articles every Saturday with passion, with love, and he could even provide financial support that I go ahead and educate, and I sensitize the young people, I sensitize the media. But you guys are just here. How can you say it was social media when we even have evidence there? Do not try to protect yourself. Let us accept the problem that it happened, but we can change. We have learned. We've got the information. Let us work out something other than we have evidence there. Is that social media? It's a newspaper. Let us work out something as all of us, whether media, the paper, the radio, the social media, let us come out and do something. We will fight this stigma and the discrimination we have. How do I look? Do I look HIV? If I may ask you, if I did not tell you that I'm HIV positive, would you tell? Would you really tell? I have 4 kids, none of them is HIV positive. Do you think we can still talk about we can get married? We can have, my man is HIV negative. How do you think I feel when I see my brother being condemned over something that is easy? We can fight it, we can do something and becomes a better person. Write what you think is right, but consult. If you really think you cannot consult, there are so many ways you can get the proper information.
When you go to YouTube and write the name MC Cats, you'll get very many frustrated stories, first of all. Muine ebintu bye muwandiika sigenda pinpointing ani ono oba ani ono ani ono nga temulowoozezza. You've aired something out naye tekigenda kuddayo. Media mweddeko. Kitegeera. No, lindako kamalirize. What I tell all the people in Uganda mwenna, you have to know that you need information to write something. Bw'oba tolina information, don't dare write nonsense about someone.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Esther Kabashambo. I'm the Miss Y Plus 2019-2020, an ambassador from Uganda Network of Young People Living with HIV. We are here to emphasize the following. We are here today to demonstrate our solidarity as a big and formidable community to our colleagues and all persons whose rights are violated as a result of stigma and discrimination. We are here to hold the public, media and presenters accountable as stakeholders in our national response to HIV. We wish to sound a strong call to all of us as a community and to remind ourselves that Uganda has invested enormously in the response of HIV and AIDS. We cannot afford to erode the gains that we have made as a country. We demand that the media, as a fourth arm of government, exhibits responsible reporting that promotes human rights, sensitivity, and meaningfully contributes to fighting HIV and AIDS. We further call upon the general public to respect our rights, privacy of our families, and freedom of expression, safety, and association. We know that HIV is preventable and treatable. We are convinced now more than ever that HIV-related stigma is inexcusable and unacceptable. United we stand, the struggle continues. Thank you.
I'm reading this statement on behalf of people living with HIV in Uganda. And we are challenging stigma and the negative HIV disclosure. We all know that the AIDS epidemic is 35 years in Uganda. Over the 3 decades, Uganda has moved from ignorance, denial, and fear to acceptance, openness, political leadership, and aggressive response, which culminated into decline in prevalence rates by early 2000. This intentionally acclaimed multi-sectoral aggressive response placed Uganda in global leadership, from which many countries around the world emulated as an example. From a community perspective, families that were directly and personally affected, who had no hope of a cure, of treatment, beat the worth of HIV and AIDS through care and love of their own. This is the core foundation upon which the AIDS Support Organization, commonly known as TASO, the largest community-based non-governmental organization in sub-Saharan Africa, was founded in 1987. Additionally, the heroic stand by the late Phile Bongole Lutaya, an acclaimed musician and celebrity who took a broad step to break the silence, openly disclosing his HIV status in the year 1989, set a remarkable global record. The late Phile taught us and the world that the greatest enemy was not HIV, but ignorance, denial, stigma, discrimination, which caused a lot of fear and isolation. This deterred people who were infected from seeking support, seeking care and services. But the late Phile courageously broke the walls of silence by using his talent and prominence as a celebrity that demystified HIV/AIDS. This he personalized in his renowned song, Alone and Frightened. As a community, we are greatly dismayed that 35 years down the road, we are retrogressing as a country that led the world. We are undermining what we have done right, accepting, caring, supporting our loved ones as communities. We should be doing better given the hope of phenomenal scientific breakthrough on prevention and treatment. This, combined with love, care, and psychosocial support, has been tested, proved to enable a person infected with HIV to live a long and meaningful, productive life. One of us who has opened up received a lot of condemnation, judgment, stigma, scorned and dehumanized, ostracized, has left us as a community of HIV and human rights activists worried.